You know what I like? The dollar. In part due to its a very helpful ability of killing everything in the general vicinity through various methods, of which could possibly constitute it as a war crime, but probably doesn't because that doesn't really apply to gay robots, now does it? So first we're gonna go over the basics. This is the marksman revolver. It shoots, as a revolver is known to do, and its alt fire is a quarter. But this isn't just any old quarter. You can pay for things with it, but you can do more, which makes this a better quarter than any quarter you've seen before, as it can do this. So, it can also do this. It can also do this. It can even, by God, do this. Or, if you want to be really spicy, it can even do this. But we'll get to all that shortly. So, how does quarter work? Well, you can click with right click, and then you can shoot it, in which it will then turn to a completely separate hit scan, which you will also find, as I do things stupidly, that the coin inherits your looking angle. And it also inherits your momentum. So, this is when I stand, but when I walk, you only see it goes a bit farther. So if I dash, it goes quite a bit farther. And that means if I do this, the coin goes even higher. Now, probably seeing a lot of things you don't understand, but don't worry about it. First, you'll see that I do not have unlimited coins. Instead, every coin takes 4 seconds to charge, and you can hold on to it at most 4 of them. But for the sake of this video, I will be doing things with the no weapon cooldown cheat. I will also be doing it with invincibility because I'm bad at this video game. And with the power of these, I can just shove quarters everywhere now. And isn't that just swell? So, how do these coins actually work? Well, there's one main thing you gotta get through your head. That being, that these coins, after being shot, will ricochet to the nearest enemy. And they're quite potent. Actually, if you want another example of that, here you go. Yep. These guys have double the health of the strays, by the way, so. Huh. So. Now, you may be a little confused. Wait, did that coin just do 3 damage? But a revolver shot does 1 damage. And you're correct. You will find that this coin increases the damage of your attacks. That being by 1. So whenever a coin is hit, that shot's damage increases by 1. So this is 1 damage, this is 2 damage, this is 3 damage, that is 4 damage, and that was 7 damage because one of the coins hit the ground, but you get the idea. So, but 1 plus 1 does not equal 3 or more. So what happened here? Well, you know how if you shoot an enemy in the noggin, it does a bit more damage? Well, coins automatically aim for enemies' weak spots. So notably, this is a weak spot, this is a weak spot, and this is the weakest of spots. So this coin, when I shoot it, immediately aims for its head. And if you want another demonstration, it's kind of hard to see, but if I do it like this, you could see it. You can definitely see that one, right? I'm not schizophrenic. So, yeah. And that 1 plus 1 times 2 from the headshot, that's 4 damage. That kills a soldier. Incredible. Now you also may be wondering, wait, multiple coin? Huh, well that doesn't sound very helpful. If I shoot multiple coins, it knows. How does it know? Well, coins have an innate priority that goes through 5 different things. So when you shoot them, they will go through that list in order, starting from the top, going down to the bottom, to try and find things to hit. And that first thing is other coins. So coins can chain off of each other. And that means that there can be a million enemies around. Coins will always aim for each other. Then next, we have... Oh, hello. We have player explosives. Which, by the way, that also includes this. So yeah, you can shoot explosives out of the air to deal a bit more damage and a bit more radius. And this coin is here to make that a bit easier for you. So yeah, if you've ever wanted aimbot, yeah, you now basically have it. Our next priority goes, obviously, to enemy weak points. Not enemies. Specifically, enemy weak points. Next up is glass, which I would show you, but... yeah. And... man, you... think I know any of what this means? They don't. But trust me, these boys can snap glass if they don't find anything else. And if they finally have nothing that they can find, they will go just wherever they damn well choose. As you can see, they couldn't care less about what humans think should be possible. They are here to go somewhere. So, there you go. Now, we've gone over coin priority. We've gone over just everything that you generally need to know about coins, and that they're very simple. So now, you might think, alright, well, sure, we can do 2 damage compared to a regular revolver shot. 4 if you can hit a double weak, if it can hit a headshot weak point. Which, true, 4 damage is quite a lot for a single pistol shot. That means that this can do 16 damage, which is nothing to scoff at, don't get me wrong. But a bit more you can do with that. First of all, you cannot just hit the coin with your revolver, but your other revolver. And the rail cannon. So yeah, there's a bit more that can hit the coin. So I'm gonna go over every single one. First of all, naturally, default revolver shots. You shoot the coin, it coins. Incredible. You can also hit them with slab shooter shots. Which, yes, this still applies to a sharpshooter. And also applies to the alt marksman. Speaking of which, we aren't gonna talk about it. Just not. Talking about the regular marksman's coins. The alt marksman's coins are 90% the same, but worse and more annoying, and I don't want to talk about them. And it's not like anyone's using them. So, yeah. Do they really exist? Yeah. So, now another thing is, of course, the rail cannon. Or the other rail cannon. But not the other rail cannon. Yeah, I'm sorry, the screwdriver cannot hit the coin. Certain man whose name starts with an S is molding right now. Oh yes, and of course they can still hit multiple coins. I feel like that kind of goes without saying, but yeah. So, yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now here's a weird one that I even showed off earlier. Not this cord jack shotgun, but the significantly cooler cord jack shotgun can, in fact, hit the coin. Yes, this does not hit the coin. That does not hit the coin. But, god damn, does that hit the coin. And yes, it's quite fun. So, you know all those. But now, is it just weapons? What about arms? Well, we'll get to you, little scamp. But otherwise, there is in fact an arm that can hit the coin. The whiplash. There he goes. Doesn't do damage, it just juggles. And no, you do not have to be directly under it. You just have to hit him, and you can juggle just as easily. And for a Knuckle Blaster, no. That'd be too nice. And we don't do that here. Wait a minute. That was not a conspicuous jump cut at all. So, now you know all the weapons and arms that can hit the coin. We're not done. Well, of course we're not done. Why would we be done? Have you considered that this, and this can all hit the coin? I bet you didn't, because you're a little stoopy sometimes. But I want to show this off individually, so yep, you two have to go. But let's look at the humble Maurice. This guy has a charge beam attack, which is a hit scan. That can hit the coin. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Here, let's even try it again. Let's even try it again. Now you may have noticed in my style meter, not only did it spike up like all hell, I also got a style bonus called the charge back. The charge back gives you 400 base style bonus. I really hope you can tell why that's a big number. So, other enemies. Sentry. These guys' main attack is a hit scan. Of course they can hit the coin. Watch this. Now, we have a bit of a weird one. This Gutterman. This Gatling gun? Yeah, we in there. But you may notice that it's a little lacking. Sure trying his best, though. He's making progress, don't get me wrong. So yeah, there you go. If you wanted to say other enemies, nah, unfortunately, most of them don't have hit scans. Really unfortunate. Yep, no other enemies. He just thought it would be a little too unfair. That's why he gave us this countermeasure, after all. So now that we know all that, you may have realized that I left out 2 things earlier from weapons that can hit the coin. Because these are my transition into tyranny. So let's give you an example. First off, let's go take you. So this Cerberus has 22 total HP. So if we take this rail cannon, naturally it does 8 damage. Fairly significant, honestly. But I can't just shake the feeling that we're missing something. You see the difference? Let me just quickly. What the heck? Let me just quickly highlight it a bit better for you. So this and this. Rail cannon. Cool rail cannon. Yup. Now this is what I refer to with my friends as a true rail coin, but for the sake of this, I'll be calling them rail cannon double hits. So, it makes a lot of sense. The rail cannon can pierce through enemies. I mean, it's one of the main things that makes the rail cannon so strong of a weapon. Nothing can stop it. Not even an enemy's body that would prevent it from hitting a coin. I just did that because I hate mannequins. I don't even know. That allows you to do quite the damage. Oh yeah, I can do it again just so I can put him down. But yeah, that's a lot. The reason for that is because that coin, when hit with the rail cannon, through an enemy. That should probably be easy if I can add one. So this coin is on this side of the enemy, and I am on this side with my electric rail cannon. If I shoot the electric rail cannon and hit that coin, it will bounce from where I am through, hit the coin, and then bounce back through. Which, this guy then gets hit by the rail cannon twice, causing quite a lot of damage. And if you want another fun example of this, he's chilling. Now I need 2 coins. Look better than that. And I even hit the second one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Can you do the same with the malicious rail cannon? No. Of course you can't, you stupid Mingus. Why would you be able to do that? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, no you can't. That's unfortunate. But it's not quite done with high damage. So let's take this guy. This is a local hideous mass. He's doing a swell job. Now this is what happens if I throw 4 coins in the air, shoot it with the rail cannon, and send it right into his spine. Okay, not horrible. Actually kind of is, considering what we just did. But what about his friend? Well, this guy, he gets something a bit spicier. So that is called a slab coin. Slab coins are literally just hitting these coins with your slab piercer and making it do stonks of damage. You're wondering why this which does 7.5 damage, and only 5 of the hit scans can even hit a single enemy. Well, sorry, not 5 hit scans. 5 damage of hit scans can even hit a single enemy. Why does that do more than the rail can? Answer, they're better than you. Obviously, they're just that skilled. Doesn't mean that you can't. Doesn't hurt to rail can. It's just less efficient because the slab scales much better than coins. Now, I may be wondering, wait, what about the other one? Well, yes, it works. Not as cool. Doesn't do as much damage. And thus, it doesn't get invited to the birthday parties very often. So, yeah. It's real unfortunate for that one. Bit. We shall relent. We must persevere. Owie. My ear. Speaking of relenting, we're gonna stop doing that. Because now they've seen all the fun ways they can abuse a coin, I'm sure you guys actually just want me to airstrike some filth. I mean, I've showed you 2 different explosion hit scans that can hit the coin. So I know you guys just want to see this. You happy now? Sure you are. Which, I'll even do with the impact hammer. Why not? I figured I may as well show you the complete destructive power that is being able to summon the dang airstrike when you know what you're doing. When you know what... Calm down. Fine. Oh. These guys live. But now, we get to talk about my favorite facet of coins. Fisting. Fisting. Fisting your dollars. It's called Fistful of Dollar, that's the joke. I'm gonna shut up now. So, Fistful of Dollar is literally just, you punch the coin. And it goes into an enemy. Amazing! But it's better than that. So this gives us 5 health. Let's do some math. Punch, that does 1 damage. Same as this. This coin adds 1 damage. So if I Fistful of Dollar on that guy, and then I shoot him. So that would mean that that Fistful of Dollar must have done at least 4 damage. And you're right. Because when it hits the coin, your fist does 3 damage. Isn't that incredible? Nah, I'm messing with you. It's a weak point, you idiot. I can't believe you're actually this stupid. Yeah, it's weak points. These guys have a weak point, guy. Coins go for weak points. I can't believe you. Just get out of my sight. See it. I have to take out hounds, don't I? Man, I was teaching people about how to. Okay. So, gone over all of that. So now, we get to go over how Fistful of Dollar can be broken. So, first off, when you Fistful of Dollar, your coin stays live with that extra damage. So for example, oh, well, still works. if we fistful a dollar, we can still shoot that coin. And you'll see it got ricochet times 2. Which, that sounds a little strange. Shouldn't it not do that? Well, you stupid student. Ricochet isn't based off how many coins you output. It's based off of the damage of those coins. So, since fistful a dollar adds damage to the coin, then that means that the ricochet amount will reflect that. So if we just make a good old chunky boy, you can see the ricochet number is now 5. And now it's 9. Just the same as if you did. Oh. Oh. Still works for ultra ricochet as well. So as you can see, that's a 4 ultra ricochet. That's a 4 ultra ricochet. But then you do this. Oh. That was 2. So now this really puts into perspective how stupid broken making this chunky boy truly is, now doesn't it? Anyways, so you may have noticed, wait, you can fistful a dollar on a fistful a dollar? What does that? Well, what does that mean? Well, it means you can do this. Do you mind? Means that we can do this. Yeah, it does mean that. So, yeah, this coin is still gaining damage just like all the rest of them. So, now you might be thinking, wait, I'm bad at the video game. I can't fistful of dollar. Teach me, ultrakill senpai. Well, ultrakill senpai, I shall, as long as you never call me that again. Well, first, there's the easy method. Simply throw a coin in the air and then punch as it comes back down. Or you can do the faster method, where you jump and then punch it against the ground. which you can even repeat. Then you can do it while moving. You can do it while facing in a different direction. You can do it while flicking a coin decently normally. You can do it while in the middle of a dash jump. You can you can just face downwards enough, and then when you look back up, hey, there's a coin in front of me. Yep. You can of course also chain off of enemies decently easily. Now I want to point out, you might be questioning, why does that one go to the floor while that one went to the sky? Well, the coin actually goes to where you're looking when it doesn't have a target. Specifically with Fistful of Dollar for some reason, but you know, that's how that works. So, you've gone through that. You've gone through slab coining. You've gone through Fistful of Dollar. What else could we possibly cram into this? You know, stacking damage on one coin without Fistful of Dollar, obviously. Yeah, but if you would like an example of what that can do. I cast the blindness. Yeah. Yeah, that was a 13. Hey, it's enough of you guys. Clear out the crowd, fellas. Finally. So, yeah. This is dead coining. It lets you stack excessive amounts of damage onto the same coin. Now, you may be wondering how this works. Well, it's quite simple, really. Shrimple, in fact. When you throw a coin, there's a very small amount of time where it cannot target anything. Which you will never reach normally, believe me. It's just not possible. Because you actually can't hit it at all. However, for some reason other coins can hit it. So you can do this. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much more to explain to dead coining. It just lets you stack damage on a single coin, and is usually used in a lot of boss speedruns. But otherwise, that's kind of about it for dead coining. But you know, still felt important to mention, especially considering that the first edition of this video didn't. That would have been so cringe of me. It is now the last thing I'm being real. What's that? Why this? But then sometimes this. Well, or that. I'm here to teach you about split shots now. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that just make you fiend at the concept? Well, split shots can happen in one of two ways. First is when the coin is shining. As you throw a coin, you can see a little sparkle in it. And when you hit during that sparkle, that can split the shot. Why does it not do it consistently? I don't know, man, and it doesn't even, it makes no sense. But you also may see, wait a minute, that coin is unequivocally not shining. Why is it splitting? Well, if a coin is on the downwards part of its arc, which you can tell by this noise, that little string kind of sound thing, that indicates that the coin is ready to split. And a split shot simply makes it target two enemies. That's it. And that means that the damage would get halved, right? So these 2 soldiers, 4 damage. Total, well, more accurately, 1, 1. So that's 2 damage. Hits a weak spot for double damage, but this shot would get halved. So 1 damage, doubled, so 2 damage to each of these enemies. So that wouldn't kill them. Well, what if I told you that the damage is not halved? That split shot is still a perfectly sizable coin that does the exact same damage. Now, unfortunately, unlike a lot of things in this video, it does not apply to a ton of different things, so I can keep rambling. It is actually exclusive property of the regular marksman shot to do that. Not slab marksman, but that doesn't exist, so we don't have to talk about it. So yeah, and that's how you can make these cool little fireworks. Yay! Well, hell, if you want a better firework, you can make one of these. Yay! And now we're done, right? That's everything on coins. I'm sure you guys enjoyed this tutorial, because who boys did a lot to go over. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's talk about V2. This is the actual last segment, then you can go back to playing, like, Limp Balls Company or whatever you kids play nowadays. So, this is not V2. Oopsies. This is V2. Specifically the second one. This guy is relevant later, but I actually will focus on his younger brother, V2-1. Now, this man dies if you fistful a dollar into him 5 times. Pretty handy. But he's a very mobile enemy. Why would that ever work? Well, let's go find out. So this is 1 for 1, where I can show you guys a very interesting quirk with this game's design. First, we just gotta get to him. Yeah, you can kill V2 before the fight starts. So that can get some spicy speedrun times. Yes, that's not a PB. I've gotten faster on this. But, yeah. For whatever reason, specifically coin hit scans, and specifically marksman and fistful of dollar coin hit scans, can hit the first V2 fight before it starts. I am still completely unaware of why it's exclusively the first V2 fight. As we go back to Sandbox, I can also tell you that it's not been found to work on any other enemy. For some reason, first V2 fight just has that bug with them. So that's pretty cool. But what about his older brother, V2 the second, owned with his shotgun and nailgun at the same time, apparently, and his whiplash shot, which does not have a whiplash tied to it. Strange. So this guy, you may have fought him before, and you may know that he has this fun quirk with him. That being, give him a second. He's a little shy. Come on. There. He has his own coins. And not just that, you can shoot your own coins and you can shoot his. Can you believe it? No, you can't. So yeah, if you spell out some coins against this guy, yeah, bet your ass he's using that to his advantage. But then there's this fun little thing to question, which is the counter ricochet style bonus, which does not come from shooting V2's coins. Instead comes something a little more strange, which is very difficult to do by accident, but the counter ricochet. So if V2 shoots any coins, and then you shoot those coins yourself, you will take priority. And steal his attack for your own. And get the counter ricochet style bonus. And also, yes, it even works with the ultras. So if you ever want to deal with this silly little gremlin even faster, well, now you can. And also, yes, you can in fact shoot his own coins. Shoot his coins as well. So yeah, there you go. Now, that is genuinely everything I can possibly tell you about coins in ultrakill. Anything I missed? Which I doubt. Put in the comments. Maybe it'll be something that's cool. Maybe I'm just because I haven't looked at the Marksman's wiki page a single time in my entire life. Or maybe you guys are just trolling. You never know.